Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video, and in today's video I'm going to go over my first iteration of the new Katsu, as some people are calling it, with a C, the new Katsu build that people are trying to run with the Crouching Tiger kind of archetype, and just give my initial thoughts on like where I'm at with the list, how it's been going so far, things of that nature, and just, overall give my thoughts. Couple ground rules before this. I do think this is a good starting point, and it's something where like I will save this version of the list for you all so it doesn't change. However, like I'm going to be making updates on myself, and if I do make major ones, obviously I'll give more deck text and stuff like that. But this is a good starting point, and I can't wait to see what like other people figure out. This is the way I prefer to play Katsu, and kind of how like my philosophy is, and I'll kind of get more of that in a second. So like, don't take this as like gospel, but do take it as like a really good starting point. If you enjoy the list, there's been some people in the Fab Discord that have been really enjoying the list and playing it. So, it's working, obviously, at least early on, but a lot of people on Talishar are trying new stuff. So it all depends. Definitely something that we can talk about as time goes in, but I'll put it in list form here. So the whole purpose of this list, there's a couple key points I want to talk about. Number one is the Breeze Rider boots versus Snapdragon Scalers. Now, anyone who's watched my channel knows that I do like Breeze Rider boots. I've tried to make Breeze Rider boots work in the past, and it's always been like usable, but probably not ideal. I do think there's a version of this list, and I'm still trying to tweak it personally for me, where I think Breeze Rider boots is better than Snapdragon Scalers if you play into the right things. With this list specifically, the only snappable targets that I really care about is Take the Tempo. And even then, like, that's not as important. For me, I want to use Breeze Rider boots because I want to be able to, when you have the combo turn, you have the combo turn, right? And you want to be able to not have to maneuver around a bad play line, right? I can't give exact type of thing, but like basically, like if you have a pouncing key in your hand, or you have even a rise knee thrust, or any type of combo card that doesn't have inherent go again, I don't want to have its prior card to give it go again to extend my turn, and I don't want to have to change my play line around to like make the combo turn go as wide as it can, when I can just play the most ideal combo turn anyway. And the second reason I run Breeze Rider boots is on those combo turns. Like I've had times where like I had an extra lunging press in hand that I didn't need. I was able to discard that lunging press and go get like a fluster fist, or go get another pouncing key or something like that, and give it go again through Breeze Rider boots, like, because all my combo cards will get go again when you pop it, in order to extend my turn. And you can't do that with non-combo cards, right? Like if I have Snapdragon Scalers with that lunging press in hand, I can go get a combo card, but it's not going to get go again. I basically am forced to use my snaps on that combo card no matter what, which kind of sucks. And so that's the reason I'm doing it. And a lot of people are like, well, Breeze Rider boots, it needs to hit. I'm telling you right now, in this list, with all the double strikes, with all the Crouching Tigers, with all the one powers that you get, because Crouching Tigers an attack action, so it counts towards your Katsu trigger, you get that Breeze Rider trigger so much more than you did in previous iterations of Katsu, right? So that the main purpose of this is not like, I'm not going for like the wombo combo turn with like, streak into roar into like an Art of War, or even a Razor Reflex or something like that. If I get that, I get that, and it's great, but I'm not trying to do that. That's not trying to be like my only win condition. That's trying to be like one of my win conditions. My other condition is like just really, really, really high value stuff that plays really solid, and where not only do I never have a dead turn, but I'm also always able to extend my combo turns and do really well with it. As far as results, before we get into it, it's been doing pretty good. 69% win rate. Some of these are my games. Some of these are a couple other people that have access to the list, but overall, like, not doing too bad. Definitely a lot better going second, but that's just the nature of an aggro deck right now. And you can see some of the people that we've been playing, like a wide range. I think Oldheim is the one in this list particularly I haven't played, but I have played Oldheim with the new Katsu and won it, which was pretty funny. Oldheim's the one big one that's kind of big in the meta that I haven't played with this list. Bravo on this list specifically, I haven't played, but someone else that's in the Discord has played and won against it with it, so that's really good. But as you can see, pretty good here. Dorinthia is definitely a hard matchup, I think. Honestly, the new Dorinthia is pretty nutty just in general. But yeah, so we'll get right into it. So we'll put it in list form first, so we can talk about red, yellows, and blues. So for my non-attacks, right, I have 3 Ancestral Empowerments. I have 3 Predatory Streaks, 3 Razor Reflexes, 3 Art of Wars, and then I have 1 Lunging Press. So again, and then 2 Mind State of Tigers. So I have basically 15 cards that are not attacks in the deck. Again, if you've watched my channel before, you know that for me, I try to get no more than 13 cards that are not attacks. So I'm actually going a little bit higher, but I'll kind of talk about my choices and why I made it here right now. Ancestral Empowerment is obvious. Just a great card. It blocks for 3. It gives +1 to your attack, and it works on Crouching Tigers, which, like, I've had several turns now where I've played a 0 power Crouching Tiger for mask trigger, and they're like, I know you have an Ancestral in your hand. I hate this. Because if they don't block it, I just Ancestral and I draw 2, 1 for mask, 1 for Ancestral. If they do block it, I just made them block a 0 cost or a 0 power attack. I keep the Ancestral and use it for another time. Just stupid. Art of War in this deck is amazing. Especially with Breeze Rod Boots, you don't have to worry about whiffing as much. Like, even if I get like 2 starters and a combo card, I can honestly like use a starter, it hits, get rid of another card, go get another combo card, pop Breeze, and use those 2 combos, and they'll have go again. Again, another good reason why you should use Breeze Rod Boots. The 1 Cheeky Lunging Press, as always, as is tradition, just great to have one of those in the deck. A lot of people don't expect it. I have 2 Mind State of Tigers in the deck. I like this card. I have a 2 of 1 because it's a blue block 3 that pitches for Kadachis, which is nice. But I love getting this card on turn 0, right? Like, you're the first to go. You attack once or twice. You filter your hand how you want. Then you play a Mind State of Tiger at the end of your turn because it doesn't matter as much because they're probably blocking out anyway. And then you start with a Crouching Tiger the next turn, which could help you, off a swing turn. Also, if you don't want to filter at all, you can just play this, arsenal a card. You filtered out 2 cards out of your hand, draw 2 new cards, and you get a Crouching Tiger for your next turn. It all depends on how you want to do it. Really good. Predatory Streak, pretty obvious. I don't run these at yellow or blue. Some people are toying with the yellows. Some really good players. I just know that for me, like, I only really want to see this on the swing turn. Otherwise, it's kind of useless, personally, unless you're like comboing it with keys and stuff like that. So I don't want to really see this unless it's a swing turn. I really want to arsenal this and wait for a war turn or wait for our war turn, to be honest with you. Razor Reflex, obvious. It's just a staple. It's really good on the Crouching Tigers, really good on a mass trigger, things of that nature. And then we have Roar the Tiger. Obviously, like, you couple this with these cards and it's insane. Literally today, right before recording this video, I hit Roar the Tiger into Predatory Streak. So I got 4 Crouching Tigers attacking for 1. I attacked twice. They took both Crouching Tigers. I attacked with a Crouching Tiger for the 3rd time. They went to block it. I razored it, got a mass trigger. Katsu triggered, went and got a Tiger Swipe when I already had a Tiger Swipe in hand. And I did the Razor off Tunic. And then played out Tiger Swipe, did 3 more Crouching Tigers, played out Tiger Swipe, and then I hit Assault at the end for like 12. So I dealt 30 damage that turn over like 11 links. Just stupid. And yeah, that's my non-attacks. When it comes to reds for attacks, we have Double Strike here. Obviously really good in this deck for long chains. It's really good to start your Katsu trigger. You lead with a Double Strike. 9 times out of 10, they're going to take it. And then you can Katsu trigger for something better. We are running Flex Claws. I actually really like this card off of Tunic. Being able to play this off of Tunic, don't give up another card. If they let it hit, you get a Crouching Tiger. You also can then Katsu trigger, go get a Pouncing Key. All of a sudden you Crouching Tiger just as like a filler. Then you Pouncing Key for 4 go again. Just really good for that. I have 1 Fluster Fist in the deck just to be able to search on like a really wide turn to be able to close out games. Head Jab. It's not sexy, but it's a really good starter. I want to have as many starters as I can in the deck. And right now, like, technical starters, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's technically not a starter. 15 starters in the deck, which is pretty good. That basically means 1 starter per hand. Technically 18 with 100 wins if you want to even go that route. And then you have like maybe starters with Soul Beat Strike and stuff like that. You really don't want to use it for that, but 15 to 18 starters in the deck with 3 Razor Reflexes allows you to really always have a good starting in your hand, and Kadachis are always a good starter, obviously. Yeah, Head Jab, 100 wins. It's a searchable 0 for 3. Really good for this. Leg Tap, I went with the leg tap line over the surging line because I wanted to have as much value as possible in my cards. A 1 for 4 that if it hits, I get to go get a 0 for 5 go again. It's just really nice. I've had turns, even like a couple turns where like I've played Roar the Tiger into Predatory Streak, and then I played leg tap off of Tunic, and then used because Roar the Tiger, hold on a second. Yeah, because Roar the Tiger puts a Crouching Tiger in your hand. So I've had times where I hit with leg tap and used the Crouching Tiger that I got from Roar from hand, discarded it for Katsu, and then went and got a Rise and Knee Thrust, right? So there's like different things you can do with it. Pouncing Key, this card, if you know how to sequence properly, is so good. It's 0 for 4 go again pretty much all the time. On Breezewriter Boots, it's a 0 for 3 go again. It blocks for 3, really solid. We talked about Predatory Streak, Rise and Knee Thrusts with the leg tap line. Soul Beat Strike I put in here because it's a 0 for 4, block 3 with potential go again. Just hits all the wickets that you want to hit. It's really good. It's similar to like how it is in Fi. Like some people started using it because it's really good late in the chain. And I found that like in really long swing turns, it just gets really stupid. And I like the 4 breakpoint late game because it really forces people to make bad decisions. Take the Tempo is one I'm really starting to try to fiddle back and forth with. Without Snapdragon Scalers, it does suck a little bit if you don't have a razor in hand. However, what I like using it with is on a mass trigger, I'll sometimes just play this because it's going to force a block out of their hand, because if they don't block it, I'm going to get a trigger off take and I'm going to get a trigger off mask, and I'm going to have a 6 card hand for the next turn, which with this deck is nuts, right? It's basically, I use it as a rupture card, sort of like for Fi, and a setup card, right? Even not on a mass trigger, I'll play this at the very end. I don't care if I have go again with it. I just want to have basically an extra arsenal. I can play this with no cards in hand, and it basically gives me an arsenal for the next turn, even though I dump my whole hand. So I've enjoyed it so far, and it's a 1 for 5. On Art of War turns, it just gets really dumb. Really good so far. But you could sub this out if it's not your fancy. Then we have Tiger Swipe. You have 3 of those. Obviously include, it's a combo. You can block 3. You can search for it. It's a 0 for 4 go again pretty much every time. Just really dumb. Even on turns where I didn't play Roar the Tiger and my Crouching Tigers aren't hitting for anything, I'll still search to go get this because it's a 0 for 4 go again. Roar the Tiger, obvious. The Salt the Wounds. The most I've hit with Salt the Wound so far is 12. Assault the Wound for 12 is the most I've hit, and that's in the first 2 days of playing. I've hit a 12 to Assault the Wound. I literally put in the Katsu channel today in the Discord. And then at Blues, I have 100 wins just for a little bit of continuity with the red 100 wins, and it's a combo. In a crazy pinch, I can play this, obviously, as a starter. 1 lunging press. We have 3 pouncing key because it's blue block 3, pitches for Kadachis, and we can go get it in a pinch on a swing turn. It'll be a 2 go again, automatic. Soul Beat Strike, one of my favorite blues in Ninja, period. And then we have Winds of Eternity for the 100 wins. I like Winds of Eternity. I literally today like drew into a Winds of Eternity off of a 100 wins mass trigger on a swing turn, like on a combo turn with my Crouching Tigers. And I popped Breezewriter Boots, and I was like, I'm sorry, bro. And I hit him for 4 go again, and then cycled 100 wins back in my deck and attacked for 2 more times. Like just really dumb when the combat chain closed. When it comes to equipment, so that's a 60 card core. When it comes to equipment, I have Kadachis, obviously the main board. Breezewriter Boots is right now where I'm at. I just enjoy it a lot. I have Mask of Momentum in the main board. A lot of people are asking about Mask of Momentum versus Lynx. I think the Lynx play is definitely sexy, and I think there's definitely ways you can do it. However, I've said this before on the channel, Katsu's strength as a hero, not even it's the ninja class too, but Katsu's strength as a hero and why he stays even remotely relevant when Oldheim's not around is because he forces you to block him. He forces you to make bad decisions, and Mask of Momentum forces that, right? On top of that, being able to Katsu trigger and Mask of Momentum trigger is really nice. And when you have a deck that threatens mass twice a turn, you're basically threatening a draw 3 times during a turn, and it gets really nice. No Ruin Gloves is not supposed to be in the main board, which is really funny. I'll fix that. That's in the side. For the arm piece, I'm maining Breaking Skills right now. I've been going back and forth between Breaking Skills and Shuko. Shuko can give you some incremental value on Crouching Tigers. However, I haven't found it to be enough yet, personally. Breaking skills just really makes those tiger swipe turns really, really, really annoying. If you're on an Art of War turn and you go get tiger swipe, Art of War is now making tiger swipe attack for 5. And then with breaking skills, it's basically attacking for 6. It's basically how it works. And then if you have Ancestral at 7, like they basically, in order to block Ancestral out, they have to overblock you by 2. And overblock or block a Razor out, they have to overblock you by 4. So you're just causing stupid bad blocks. So breaking skills for me is still number 1. It's close though. I'm going back and forth. Then the sideboard, No Rune Gloves is in the sideboard. I don't know why it's up here for this. I apologize. We have Blazing Yori. I have this in literally for the 5 matchup. I still haven't played a lot of 5s, but I want to keep this in for that. Helping stop a swing salt turn or lava burst turn with 5 is going to be really important. And so I have that in there for that. We have Erased Faces in, Oldheim, Icelander, Briar, Viserai, all those cards, all those decks are going to be super big into the meta. Even Lexi, I think, will be better too because of some of the Ranger cards. So her ability to fuse, just really good overall. Command and Conquer for anyone who values their arsenal. And then we have the Blittle package for Icelander and for Oldheim to help mix up our pitch. And then I have Mask Momentum and Tide Flippers. Tide Flippers is obvious, but Mask Momentum I have, or Mask of Pouncing Lynx, sorry. I have for like the super aggro matchups. Although I have been still favoring Momentum over Lynx. But Lynx I think could be really good in the 5 matchup. It just depends on like how you want to play the deck. The way my deck plays, I think it lends more to Mask Momentum, but I'm still testing it. So this could change. But yeah, overall, that's the list. It's pretty simple, just solid, consistent list. Other things you could think about adding in, I think the Surging Strike line, I think there's a place for it in like a snaps list that is really contingent on just making you have really high value attacks that the opponent is forced to block out every single turn. I could easily see me like taking out the leg taps and risings for surging and whelming. It just depends. I just wanted to have a lower cost curve and like really high value stuff. So that's why I did it that way. Basically you take out the 3 leg taps, the 1 Fluster Fist and the 2 Rising Knee Thrust for 3 surgings and 3 whelmings. And then you switch like the 100 Winds Blue for Lord of Wind. And then maybe take out your something like Soul Bead Strikes for your McGincheys. That's how I would do that. But yeah, overall really good. I'm really happy with the list. Like I said, the results, I mean, it hasn't been that bad. Almost a 70% win rate in 15 games. Not too bad. Pretty standard. In the list itself, there's 46 zero cost cards in the main board and there's 14 1 cost. So the cost curve is super, super low. I have 15 blues just because 1, Icelander is a thing. And 2, I want to be able to pitch for Kodachis every turn. That's why I do it that way. And it has a lot of 3 blocks. As you can see, 32 3 blocks in the main board for a ninja deck. That's pretty good. So super excited about it. Really enjoying it so far. Let me know what you think of the list. It'll be down in the deck list down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll make my own copy so I don't mess up this list because I've had a bad habit of doing that in the past. Hopefully it works for you. Hopefully it's fun. I've been really enjoying it regardless of where it falls in the meta when it's all said and done. I'm just glad we have another way to play in Katsu. I'm really happy with the changes they made to the combo archetype. Not changes, just additives that they made to the combo archetype. And hopefully it can continue on. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If not me, it's fine. Go to our Fleshbread creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff so we can get more people seeing this game. Join the Discord down below if you want, whether you're a Ninja player or not, doesn't matter. We have fun talking in there about Flesh and Blood and other games. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.